Hey everyone, John Lorden here. Thank you for joining me on this special episode of MiniScratch. We have an update on the case from BrainScratch that we covered last Friday, the murder of Dr. Hausknecht, and it's the update I was hoping wouldn't come, but it actually happened on the same day that I released the BrainScratch. Let's go ahead and take a look at an article from abc57.com. Houston doctor case, suspect commits suicide. Police say Joseph Pappas shot and killed prominent surgeon Dr. Mark Hausknecht. 14 days later, Pappas took his own life as an intense manhunt closed in on him. Police allege Pappas had long plotted his attack on the physician to avenge his mother's death on the operating table. This article has a whole timeline about what's happened around this case, but most of it we covered on last week's BrainScratch, so I'm not going to go over all of it with you. I just want to hit on a couple points. Monday, July 23rd, Jeanette Spencer of Painesville, Ohio, who had known Pappas for 25 years, learns that his home was being deeded to her. She received notification in the mail. I know I talked about that on BrainScratch, but we have an update on that. Tuesday, July 24th, Spencer, the Ohio woman, calls Pappas this day. He tells her he's deeded her the home because he has a terminal illness. Now we jump ahead. Sunday, July 29th. Pappas, it appears, is still at home. Errol Francis, one of Pappas's neighbors, recalls that he saw him mowing the lawn on this day. On Monday, July 30th, communications between Pappas and Spencer, his friend in Ohio, appear to have taken an alarming turn. Pappas texts Spencer to say he is committing suicide and gives her instructions on how to secure the house. Quote, "Sorry for handling things this way," the text reads, according to the News Herald. "House and property is now yours. Please make the best use of it for you and your daughter." Spencer says she tried to call Pappas, but the calls went straight to voicemail. She then called police. So just a little more detail on this. And apparently it wasn't the first time that he had deeded the house to her. He also did this back in February of 2017, but I don't have a lot of details about why he did it at that point. I don't know if there was something else he was planning or who knows. We also find out a little bit about what the police found when they searched his home. According to the affidavit, police found Pappas's last will and testament in his kitchen, 3 boxes of .22 caliber ammunition in the garage. Police said that that's basically a match for what was found at the site where Hausknecht was killed. Pappas's black Crown Victoria in the garage with the back seat removed, leaving enough room for a bicycle to be placed there. Obviously, I'm wondering if he had that car stowed somewhere in the neighborhood, rode his bike quickly into the neighborhood, threw that in the back seat, jumped in the car, and headed out. And also a draft of what would have been a report to police alleging that a 10-speed Schwinn bicycle had been stolen sometime between July 19th and July 25th. That is another interesting aspect of this case. I still don't think we know where the bike is. So I'd be curious if he did something with it, tried to get rid of it in some way. Friday, August 3rd. Here's how it happened according to Acevedo. A Houston Parks Board member, while checking on an area that has been plagued by vandalism, encounters a man in the morning. The man starts walking away. The board member actually yelled, "Hey, I'm sorry, I thought you were a graffiti vandal," and Pappas kept walking. The witness said that he noticed a wallet on the ground and it contained Pappas's identification. Recognizing Pappas as a suspect in Hausknecht's killing, he called police. A police officer arrived and confronted Pappas, who did not follow the officer's commands and had his right hand hidden. The officer takes cover, and a second officer arrived, giving Pappas virtually no place to go. Pappas then shot himself in the head. He was found with a revolver in his hand and a bulletproof vest beneath his shirt. Interesting twist on the bulletproof vest. If you really do think that you're going to end your own life, why are you protecting your body in that way? Even the police chief comments on it here. You normally don't put on a bulletproof vest when you're thinking about suicide, Acevedo said in a televised press conference. I'm convinced that had we not had that second officer arrive, we might have had a shootout. I think he's probably right. I think Pappas might have been going for suicide by officer, as it's sometimes referred to as, basically getting in a shootout knowing that you're going to lose at some point. He is unmarried and has no children. He has lived alone in his family's 3-bedroom house since the death of his father, Joseph James Pappas I, in 2010. And we're going to learn just a little bit more about him. Although Pappas is not thought to have any criminal convictions, worrying aspects of his behavior were hinted at in 1986 when there was a lawsuit he actually filed against his employer. The company described him as emotionally unstable and said he had been barred from going to meetings because of various inappropriate activities. Unfortunately, they don't give us any more detail on what that was. After Pappas' death on Friday, Acevedo thanked the alert tipster who led police to the killer, as well as other civilians who came forward with information. The community was absolutely our greatest force multiplier, he said. And I have to second that. I'm so impressed at the tips that were called in to pull all of this together. And quite honestly, without those tips, I think we'd still be looking at that blocky footage, wondering who this man was and why did he kill this doctor. But thankfully, we had the tipsters working together with law enforcement to get this all shut down. I do think it's unfortunate that he couldn't be brought in, but I'm happy that no one else was harmed in the process of all this. Thank you for watching this MiniScratch update. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. Take care, and I'll see you back here on the Lord and Arts channel.